We all know a guy with weird allergies. We all know a guy who sneezes in threes. We all know a guy who knows a guy who knows Guy Fieri. We all know a guy who has a pig as a pet. We all know a guy whose hair always looks wet. So why don't we know who my real father is? Oh, a little more Adam Sandler there. That Netflix special. If you haven't watched that yet, you do not know what you're missing. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing a bunch of dollar bills, y'all. Look at that. Missing it. And I apologize. I've been away for a few days. It's been very busy. Not doing videos. Yeah. Went from a all-time high portfolio. I think that was on Monday, wasn't it? And now we're off 35,000 from that number. Hello, Cleveland. So let's check in on this Expiration Friday. I'll save you from that song since I already sang you a little jingle. What do we have? Not much on the board because we've already done a few things. We haven't done much of anything this week, to be honest with you, but here's what went on. Is that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. ExxonMobil, we rolled the calls. We rolled them out and up. So I did add $6,000 in share appreciation. And ExxonMobil currently at 103.41. So we did add that, but we also rolled it out to March 1st, collected $295, and then we'll also have that $6,000 additional share appreciation. And we're in ExxonMobil for 98 and change. So very nice. Alcoa, what's Alcoa doing at the moment? Let me just take a quick look. Alcoa, we rolled the calls. They were already in the money, but Alcoa still wanted to pay me some dollar bills, so we rolled them out just a week at $27.50 and collected $250. Alcoa currently trading at $29.03. It's actually that's not a bad price. I know I've talked about Alcoa for a couple of months now. My first position, if you remember, I was in at 25 and sold at 32. And then this one, we'll get to it in a second when we go back to the Robinhood account. But we got a good number on Alcoa this time around as well. And it's going back up to 32, probably 35 in the next month or so. But again, you've seen it firsthand. This is not investment advice. It is, drum roll please, barely entertainment. Celsius, we rolled the calls. I rolled them a day too early. Yeah. Celsius is up like 4 or 5% today. Where are they at? Why don't you have them on the board, the big board? It's a good question. It is a good question, actually. So we're in Celsius for 50. Is it 51.98? 51.98. So we rolled our calls. We're at 55, and I actually rolled down from 57. So that double beat to the bad side, because if I would have rolled those today, I would have been able to keep them at 57 and still probably collected more than this. So I did collect $320 for doing so. Clean Spark rolled our $7 calls out another week, got $300 there. GTXJ, those are the gold mine ETF juniors, and rolled our 10 contracts out for $339 for a total of $1,504. What is GDXJ at? $33.72. So I could have waited on them as well, but I read gold wrong again. You did it again. I did. I thought gold was going to maybe begin its rally, and it hasn't. It did yesterday, and that's why I rolled to protect my position and to get some dollar bills. But I could have just let it expire at full profit, which I'm doing with GDX. So let's go back here. Devon on the board at 45, and oil is down today, so we're at 85% profit there. EOG 118s at 95% profit. There's our 29 GDX gold miners. They're at 95% profit because GDX currently trading at 27.74. So we'll let all of these expire at full profit and then wait for a green day. Same with Rivian. They're at $19 calls, and they're trading at what, 15.50, 15.14, and they're down 2.5% today. So we'll just let them ride out into the sunset, and then we'll wait for a day when they're up 2.5%, because that's what Rivian does, right? And then AA, let's go just to check. That's our roll. So it's still down in its whiskey because it's trading at above our strike price, which is fine because why? Well, we got into Alcoa at 26.70. 26.70. So we have almost $1 of upside, which would be about, it's actually $800 to be exact, our upside on appreciation at the 27.50 strike price. And what have we done? What have we done as far as collecting dollar bills? So here's this round when we started buying and then selling covered calls. $570 there, $200 put there, $10 we bought those closed, and then we rolled our calls for $220 and then $250. So we're making some nice rent on Alcoa while we still have downside protection because we're at $27.50 on the strike price, which is above our entry price. Now, a couple of buy high, sell low. You know how that's one of my strategies. Drum roll, please. Docusign. So I bought Docusign the other day, and I paid $62.12. There's nothing funny about this. I paid $62.12, and look where it's trading, $58.27. And I'm actually looking for another 1,000 shares, but now I'm being like silly because I'm waiting for it to get back into the 57s, which it just was, and I didn't pull the trigger. Then it popped up to 58.43, and now it's back down at 58.27. Docusign is currently being pursued by 2 different private equity firms for a buyout. Shouldn't that be good news? You would think so, but they announced that Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase was working on financing for these companies, and the math wasn't apparently what the market wanted to hear as far as what the potential buyout price is. I still think buyout price is $65 to $70 just based on my due diligence, but right now I'm wrong. But I'm looking to add another 1,000 shares just to balance out that position because I think we're going to make some money there. Who's we? You got a mouse in your pocket? No, Terry, I don't. And remember, this is not any type of investment advice whatsoever. But that is just my quick update. I took Lady Travels a Lot and her friends to the airport. So I've been without her all week because they're in Savannah. Our friend Casey celebrating her 50th birthday. So I have been on dog duty, and normally Stacy hogs like 97% of dog duty. So me and Stella have been hanging like besties all week. And why else were you not doing videos? Why are you laughing about everything? In my mind, there's like a continuous, and we all have it, right? It's a continuous conversation, but I think my conversation in my head is unlike probably anyone else's. So I actually entertain myself in my own head. And that's probably why one of my superpowers is that I'm never bored. So I just haven't felt like doing a video. Been playing a lot of Call of Duty, been watching baseball card videos on YouTube and sorting. If you look to the right of me right now, you would not believe how many baseball and football cards are out. I've been sorting through them. That's one of my pleasures. So I got all that going for me. And just got off the phone with my real estate developer friend because he has decided, believe it or not, to not buy land, which is what he was trying to talk me into partnering with, is that he is selling out the remaining lots in his final phase of a neighborhood called Timberland Meadows. You can look that up, Chesterton, Indiana. I don't know why you'd look that up. Anyways, so he wanted me to find a buyer, and I've found a buyer is looking to buy between 15 and 20 lots up front and then have a 1-year option on the remaining lots. So we're talking through the negotiation and the negotiating tactics that we will be working on in order to put this deal together, but I feel very confident that we will do so. So that'll be fun. I do miss the deal when it comes to real estate. I absolutely miss the thrill of the deal, but that is like, there's 95% of the rest of it that I don't miss at all as far as the day-to-day real estate brokerage, real estate investor, landlord, etc. So I still do all those things. I just do it at a really different level than I used to. Okay, so that's all I got. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you are indeed a subscriber and like the video. Leave me a lovable comment. Enjoy your weekend tremendously. What else? Did I go through all of them? Why do I feel like I didn't talk about Unity? Maybe you did. Maybe you did. Oh, yeah, you didn't. There's Unity right there. So Unity, again, that's going to just roll out into the sunset at full profit because, hey, they're back up. Hey, mark my words, I got to keep an eye on it now. They were way down on their whiskey earlier today. Let's look at them. And I thought, there's no way I'm rolling that. So they were down here at like 31 and change. And now this is what Unity does. It's very violent in its direction. And look at my average cost is here. So I got to protect that. So that's why I was trading 33.50s. And now at 32.19, I'll keep watching it today because now it does become for sure a candidate to roll. Right. In fact, let's look at it real quick just to see what type of numbers. It's going to be, I would imagine, $800 plus in 1 week. So let's take a look. If we roll this position, we need to cover the 3-cent debit. And what can we get for 33.50? Only 480. No, that's not going to do it. I mean, it does it because look at the number, right? What do we have? We got 3308 is our number. So that's $33,080, right? So if we have $480 in 1 week divided by our $33,080 divided by 7 days, annualized at 365, that's 75.6% annualized return. So I won't take it at this moment, but yeah, I will be rolling that if it continues to hold or advance from 32.19. I will roll my 33.50 on Unity. Yeah, just making some money, trying to make a little pocket money to cover the trip to Savannah for my sweet lady. So now it's time for me to end this video. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you. In fact, I might see you tomorrow because I do have a January is completed, my update as far as options, premium, and dividends, and I will give you a quick preview. It was very nice. See you next time.